It's very difficult to get somebody out of a specific groove or a specific way of understanding. As I said, with dogmatic religion, and nothing against dogmatic religion. If it wasn't for dogmatic religion, we wouldn't have been where we are now. You wouldn't have been here. So we were all in a groove, and things were said such as, don't worry, you can't be wrong. Everybody's right. So no matter what answer they give you, we're all right. Not yet. Something's right or something's wrong. But not that we judge. We must just understand, because sometimes we understand something wrong or not correctly. And that's how we all learn. But I don't want us to be scared of talking. I don't want us to be scared of revealing what we feel and what we say and what we think. But I'm going to help you. If it's wrong, I'm going to help you. And I'm going to show you how it works and guide you. And beloveds, with the spirits, where the spirit's concerned. Now, it's very difficult for me to explain things that's going on in higher dimensions and higher realms, because it's not something I can show you. It's something that I must give you the formula of how to get there, and once you reach a certain level, you will see me and I'll uplift you. So at this moment you see this. No matter what you call me, what you say, what you think, you will see with time. Because we have hope and we have faith. And we have faith in the one we follow. But, beloved, you must always remember that there's always rules. If you want to run a Comrades Marathon, you're going to have to train for it. You're going to have to eat the right food. You're going to have to do the right things. Because if you don't do it, believe you me, you're not going to run Comrades. And it's the same in spirit. If you want to ascend into the first heaven, where I just want you all, some are there, just about. They just can't see yet. The Bible is written in codes. When it talks about water, it talks about the word as water. The tree or people, the fruits, the rivers, the tree of life, everything. The sword is the tongue. And all these things. So it's all written in codes. And now we listen to these things, but we don't truly understand. We can learn what it means, we can learn what the meaning is, but to actually see it is where I want to get you. I can just see the shield. You know, we must have the full armor of God on. And now he says the shield to protect yourself against the fiery darts. Now those fiery darts, beloved, that's what hurts you, that's what harms you. Those words. See, now the fiery darts are words as well. And now you got the shield to protect yourself. Now that's what I wanted to say yesterday, but there was too many things I wanted to say. And the Spirit led me some other way. So in the beginning, you need the skin of an elephant to protect yourself against those darts. Because people are going to hurt you. And that's the cross. And that's why you hurt. Because you have flesh. What goes to the cross? The flesh, beloveds. If you don't have flesh, that's the best shield you can have. Because when you're in spirit, when I'm in spirit form, and you're in physical form, and you want to hit me with a stick or cut me with a knife, you won't be able to touch me because I'm spirit. And now this is what I want you to make your foundation for now. Now there's rules and there's regulations. As I said, if you want to run commerce, beloved, you're going to have to train, you're going to have to eat the right stuff, etc., etc., etc. So when you want to ascend into higher levels of God consciousness, it depends on what you feed that will ascend. It depends on what you feed that's going to grow within you. That's why he says in Matthew 5, he says, those who are poor in spirit, to them belongs the kingdom of God. So when you have spirits, you have a spirit of, you want to listen to music. When you listen to music and rock and roll and you head bump and kop stomp and everything, you feel better. Or you want to go dance, or you want to drink. These are all spirits, beloved. So when you feed that spirit, it's satisfied. The same with everything you do in the flesh, even anger. When you fight with people, it's also spirits you feed. Because that spirit becomes so powerful within you, you can't control it. You get angry and you can't control it. You see? So these are spirits you have to control. Everything you do, you have to control those spirits. Now all these spirits, they make you earthbound. They keep you buried under the earth or just on top of the earth. You can't ascend. You can't go up the Jacob's ladder. Now I want you to understand, beloveds, that many times we talk and we say, no, we're talking like a dogmatic people. Nothing changed. The Jacob's ladder, the apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastors, teachers, everything remains exactly the same. We're just adding to it, but we can't leave anything away, because Christ didn't come to cut away or to get rid of things. He fulfilled, and that's you. So now I'm going to give you these formulas, beloved, and please listen to them over and over and over until they make sense to you, until you can make them part of your life, because that is what's going to help you to ascend. You have to leave your physical way of understanding. You have to leave your physical habits. You have to leave the things that you used to. Because when you please the mind, you're opposing God. Because the mind, whatever you feed in the mind, is holding you back. It's like weights. It's like a helium balloon with weights on it. And the more you get rid of these weights, the more this balloon is going to ascend. The rules about ascending is, number one, separation. That is to be holy. At first, I thought I was circumcised. I went to church 7 days a week and I did everything I was told, and I was under the law and I didn't know it, and I was the donkey that traveled in circles for 100 years, and when they set me free, I was nowhere. And now I'm starting all over again. But now I'm not bound to the law. I am now bound to Christ. And Christ will now get me to God, which is the path. So, beloveds, when you are circumcised, we just think of showing the people how wrong they are and how right we are. But now in the apostolic members of Christ, everything is pointing your way. No more fingers pointing outward. It's me. I have to do this. And not I. I am the one that's going to the cross. I'm the one that's going to die. I must understand these things. And now you understand that when you are circumcised, I don't talk fleshly anymore, I don't listen to fleshly things anymore. I don't think fleshly things anymore. That's what it is to be circumcised. Now, when in the Old Testament, or when you were in dogmatic religion, that was part of your schooling. But now all those things are going to be placed and put into practice. And now you're going to be taught how to truly ascend. And that's why, beloved, when you start reading the Bible now, or when you read the Bible now, how do I make it part of my life? How do I make it part of my journey? Because when you start seeing these things, the sword isn't a sword anymore. The sword is, my word is God. And I'm going to cut to life. Or I'm going to cut to death. But remember, death is life. Different people, you're going to cut differently. Because they think differently. They are brought up differently. And they just different flesh, which I'll get to as well. So when you start seeing these things the way they are, that's when you will start ascending. But let's start at the beginning. You cannot do any of these things if you don't get rid of your habits. And I know it's very hard. And I know it's not what everybody wants to hear. I don't tell you, you have to do it. But if you want to ascend, and you want to come where I am, and where you want to go into the heavens, you're going to have to start there, because those are the weights that are holding you down. Everything fleshly, all your habits, all the things you do that's of this world, you're going to have to leave. Because whatever feeds all these spirits, beloveds, they will grow. Whatever spirit you feed will grow. And they're going to become so powerful. Let me give you an example. The bath of Bethesda. The bath of healing. Now the bath of healing heals anything that jumps into it. So if you have excuses for not doing it, beloveds, that excuses will grow. If you want to do it and you want to serve God, you will jump into that bath. After this troubling of the water, which is happening now. And when the water is troubled, you do it immediately, because God tells you, this is how you do it. This is how you ascend closer to me. This is how you're going to overcome the flesh. Get rid of those things, says God to you. I want you to be uplifted. I want you to ascend. I want you to get rid of your pain and suffering. I want you to get rid of the flesh. I want you to get rid of Satan holding you down in chains and bondage. I want you to get rid of it. But you're going to have to do what I tell you. So that's why, beloved, whatever you do physically, get rid of it. You can tell me, no, I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to do this. It's not for me to know. I can help you, yes, I can guide you. But the gifts reveals everything to me anyway. I promise you, beloveds, there's nothing you can hide from me. I know. So I'm giving you the recipe. If you want to ascend, it's not in a dogma where we bull-dust each other and we just talk and we're all there and we're there to make each other happy. We are to die. And we die to bring life to others. And that's why when you truly become the Son, you will die. When they said to Jesus, no, you can't drink that cup and that cup is far from you. He said, why? I must drink the cup that Father gives me. I have to get rid of my flesh. I have to go to the cross. You see, beloveds? So this is what I'm preparing you for. And I want to continue with this specific topic tomorrow, God willing. Because I want to show you how to get rid of these things and how to truly ascend. I don't want us to think that we're there and we think we're there, because we're not. The mainstream problem we had was mind, dogmatic religion, putting us into a groove, and everything you did was right. Everything you did, fine. Don't worry about it. Just come to church. Just inquire, because the elder must see what the priest and all my numbers are up there and all my members are there. It's beautiful, beloveds. That's why you learned, especially those who were loyal to the law. That's why you're here, because God is blessing you. And now He's taking you further. And those are there. Even the apostle, he's going to come through this path. He's got no path there. This is his path. All of them. There's no other way. So this is the method. Conquering the spirits in the mind. You see, beloveds, when I tell you, those who are poor in spirit, to them belongs the kingdom of God. Now I say, get rid of all these spirits. Oh, now we all know. Oh, it's so beautiful. Do it. He says, the angel in Revelation 10, he stood with 1 foot on the sea and 1 foot on the earth, on the land. And he had the open book in his hand. And Moses came and he said, give me that book to eat, because God told Moses to eat that book. And he said, give me that book. And he said to Moses, eat the book, but eat it up. This book, read it. Read every single letter. Eat it up. And when you eat it up, you do everything that's written. You become that letter. You become that life. You become that spirit, beloveds. And that's where you are now. And now I'm not telling you, stop loving your wife, stop doing this, stop doing that. God will guide you. I'm giving you the rules. I'm showing it how it is. And God will guide you step by step. So that's why it's not just eat the book. Oh, it's beautiful. And it was bitter in the mouth. It was sweet in the mouth, but it was bitter in the belly, he says. And Moses ate the book, and it was sweet in the mouth. It was nice to listen to, but it was bitter in the belly. Here's the belly, beloveds. It was difficult to do. It's nice to listen to, but it's very hard to do. Why? Because I have to conquer the flesh. Why? I have to go to the cross. Why? I have to die. And that's the only way that you're going to ascend. And that's where your blessings lie. We are building a church. It's been in existence forever. We're just completing it. And that's why God called each and every one of you to help us to build this body. For people to be testified into, no matter what religions they go through. And they will enter into the apostolic members of Christ, and they will enter into the kingdom of God. This is the only place where the people know how to use the gate. And now you must learn how to use this gate. And I know you know the basics, but now you're going to learn how to do it. And that's why you start, beloveds, by thinking, who am I? What am I? What do I have to do to ascend? What is keeping me away from God? Flesh. The mind. My habits. Everything that ties me to this earth, to the earth. To this earth, my mind. Everything that my mind loves. But when the mind starts loving God above the things of this world, then only you friendly flesh. Not because you're sitting here. Not because you read the Bible. Not because you pray. When you get rid of the world, when you get rid of your mind, then only you start loving God. Because you can't love God if you don't know what it's all about. Because in the beginning, we love flesh, beloveds. We love Satan, and we don't know it. We have to conquer the mind. Now, from tomorrow, we're going to continue with this, and we're going to take it in more detail for us to understand what our true purpose is and what our true journey is. Thank you, beloveds. God bless you.